So, Path to Pro update. Overwatch Open Division and Contender Summer Series. Okay? Spoilers. Log in now. I don't want to log in. Does this site even have a dark mode? I don't think it does. Anyway, wait. So, we're going to start by watching this, and then we're going to go into this article to explain what is happening. Okay?
Llama al cocinero. Risita, ¿qué? Ve por la paellera. Venga, que las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí. Miren, bañador. En las chanclas.
I want more pixels.
Peinado porque no me dio tiempo nada
New game, new scene. Come on, guys.
Y el bañador.
Show the skills to Overwatch League teams.
Voy a la playa, había subido la marea.
Wait. So, this always gets me.
Había subido la marea con triple paella.
Is it? It's 480 only. Wait, it got blocked. So, if you're confused as to what we're watching, there has been an announcement from Path to Pro update. The TLDR, before we jump into the full article, is the fact that the next Open Division will be played in Overwatch 1. And Contenders will be played in Overwatch 2. If your top 32 teams in Open Division, you will get access to the beta. So this is what we're watching right now. This is what we're reading. Okay, so Path to Pro update. Overwatch Open Division and Contenders Summer Series. Now that the Overwatch League season has gotten underway, we come bearing more updates about the 2022 Path to Pro program. As we shared back in March, we see the transition to Overwatch 2 PvP as an opportunity to open up the ecosystem and create an accessible Path to Pro for all players. We're ready to share more details about our Open Division program and the 2022 Contenders Summer Series, which will be the first Contenders Tournament series of the year. For these upcoming tournaments, Open Division will no longer directly qualify into Contenders, and we feel that this structure is best for providing top players at the Open Division and Contenders levels a fair playing field in Overwatch 2 PvP competition. Let me take a sip from this because we're gonna start reading the grand announcement. Before this, sorry about that. I choked on my coffee earlier. Okay, good. Now, Overwatch Open Division chat. Our first Open Division event of the year, first, will be hosted on the current Overwatch Live service. For all regions. Wait, let me hype this up. Our first Open Division events of the year will be hosted on the current Overwatch Live service. For all regions, players from the top 32 teams of the upcoming tournament will be provided access to the Overwatch 2 PvP beta and will be eligible and encouraged to participate in the Contenders Summer Series, our first Contenders event of the year. Okay, we have sign-ups, registration period from May 9 until 19, and it's going to be May 21 until June 12. Honestly, now that we watched through this, okay, now that we read to this, so obviously the first reaction is Overwatch 1, Omega lol. But this is really soon, you know? Like, this is really soon. This indicates, I speculate, this indicates that we will not have an open beta, or we don't even know if there's going to be an open beta. I assume it's going to be because this was a closed beta. We don't even know. We know for sure that there won't be an open beta until June 12. I think that this is what it says. You know, so this is going to be like in the next couple of weeks, towards the end of May, beginning of June. So at least we have a little bit of news with this, you know, as in how the game's going to develop. But them playing on Overwatch 1, it is understandable, although I don't know, I think they would have liked to play on Overwatch 2, because the bigger issue is the following. 2022 Overwatch Contenders Summer Series. The Overwatch Contenders Summer Series is our 2022 debut event. Debut. debut event and the first Contenders event featuring Overwatch 2 PvP gameplay. Select players, as outlined below, will be invited to participate in our various English regional tournaments, compete for cash prizing, and potentially be noticed by Overwatch League scouts, post-champ Overwatch League scouts. Returning Contenders players have already been given access on both the current beta and private tournament environments. Oh, this is good from Blizzard. So Contenders players / returning Contenders players, from what I understand, returning Contenders players. This means that current and returning. Every Contenders player has gotten access to the beta? Anyway, they have a possibility of practicing this. Okay? We have some tournament information, breakdown, we have some seeds, they develop into plants, we harvest the plants. Okay, wait, when is it gonna be? Players coming from the open division will have access to early registration for the Summer Series event. Teams will be seeded based on open division qualifier performance and will need to retain 3 out of 5 players in order to have their open division performance incorporated into seeding. Registration period, June 27, July 8. So this means June 27th, July 8th. Towards the end of June, beginning of July, the registration period, and then the tournament will start, I guess. July, August, 64 teams, double elimination. Top 8, double elimination. In top 8, it's double elimination, and until then, it's single elimination. Prize pool per region, 50K for North America and Europe. For South Korea, 75K. And Australia and New Zealand, 25K. Interesting. Returning as in the ones who were in Contenders last season and chose to continue. I think that's what they mean. But they qualify at 6 and only 5 can play. Yes, this is one of the problems that I have, chat. So you win open division, you participate there as 6 people, and then you need, actually 3 out of 5 players. 3 out of 5. You'll need to retain 3 out of 5 players, 3 out of 6 players. Because there were 6 players, Blizzard. Because you were played on Overwatch, it was played on Overwatch 1. So you need to have half of the team, but then why not have 4 out of 6 players? It's kind of complicated with this. 3 out of 5 players, 3 out of 6 players. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, the big issue I have with this is the following. I suspect... Okay, I'm a sassy person. Sassy. Sassy. My sassy suspicion is that if you're passionate about Overwatch and you have aspirations of playing pro, you probably have gained access to the beta, if not through the email, by watching the drops. So you get access to the closed beta and stuff, you know? The issue that I have is that you will play in open division at the beginning of June, whatever, and then a month later, you will play in Overwatch 2 while you scrimmed with your team in Overwatch 1. So this is not, I would say, a problem of them playing in Overwatch them playing Open Division and Overwatch 1 because the date is kind of close. The problem that I have is the fact that you build synergy, you practice team comps, you do everything in Overwatch 1, and then you have less than a month to prepare to qualify for Contenders, and you're not even guaranteed a slot in because they changed the way that it works, as in it's a tournament. So literally, you have to practice double shielding compositions, rush, ball diva comps, and so on with no change, different from what you've probably practiced in the beta. You need to adapt to this for like 1 month, 1.5 months, and then swap to this. It's weird. Blizzard has been handling this bad. Honestly, I do not know how they could have done this. I have no idea or what suggestion I would have in order to do this properly, other than maybe postponing open division up until they're willing to do an open beta. But maybe they're afraid, and I'm thinking around here. Okay, I'm speculating. Maybe they're afraid that if once this beta is over, not a lot of players will play ranked in Overwatch 1, and this is an incentive to play ranked in Overwatch 1 and prepare for this tournament. This is why I think they wanted to do this. I think that they wanted to do this so that players will still play Overwatch 1 until possible future betas. What's your opinion on this? Whoever signs up, just give them beta keys. People have said this in Reddit comments. Yes, whoever signs up, give them beta keys. The issue is that how are you going to sanction them for not showing up? You're going to revoke the beta key. Secondly, they might sell the accounts with beta keys, as there's no way for you to verify if that dude is not a... I mean, there is a way to like verify if it's a fresh account or not. See, I don't know, have level 300 to sign up, but you have XP requirement to sign up for Open Division? It's weird. It's very weird. The fact that you can't prepare, though, kind of sucks. You know, like, you practice this much, it kind of sucks. And it is, though, a confirmation that apparently Overwatch 1 will be played at least in the near future. And this is definitely an incentive to play ranked. This being said, I don't know if I'm going to play in this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because usually I do make a team or I participate in a team for Open Division, you know, just for the lulz, because it is streamable. If Contenders would have been streamable, I would have, hopefully, if a team would have picked me up, I would have still streamed it, you know, streamed the games live. But there are some restrictions and I can't do that in Contenders. In Open Division, I have to check the rule set. In Open Division, maybe I'm going to participate, maybe no. So yeah. And then in Contenders, even if we qualify, if we don't qualify, this is a tournament. I just hope that they lifted the streaming restrictions, honestly. This is what I expect. The final promotion begins at the start of Overwatch League Countdown Cup live broadcast, scheduled to begin on or around October 15, 2022, and ends at the conclusion of Overwatch League Summer Showdown live broadcast at around 21 October 2022. I'm confused, Shiny. What is that? Obi-Juan. So chat, this is TLDR. This is confirmation that we're gonna play Overwatch 1 for a while after the beta is over. This is what it means. And it is very... It's weird. You have to learn metas, team compositions, synergy in the 6 versus 6 scenario on the old maps with the heroes not being changed, like with the buffs and nerfs that I have received in the beta, and play the game for 1 or 2 months and then swap to the beta. It's odd. It's very odd, honestly. And I have no idea how they could have handled it better other than maybe postponing until a possible, potential open beta. So, Double Shield is going to make a return. I just don't see how one can assimilate back to Overwatch style of play knowing it may not cost when Overwatch update happens, hopefully next year. Like, I have zero wish to play ranked in Overwatch 1 right now. When beta is over, you'll probably play different games till the next beta. Chat, Overwatch has always been more fun playing together as a team, right? Like, playing solo, it's not that fun. Playing group top is fun. So even if it's Overwatch 1, maybe this is like an encouragement for you to play Open Division with your friends, you know? Open Division with your friends. The tournament doesn't last for a long period. As you can see, May 21, June 12. If they add some cool incentives to this, I am speculating, okay? And hopefully they'll do this. If they add some cool incentives for playing Open Division, hashtag one last ride or something like that, one last tournament, anything like that, then I think this might be a success. They need to make this Open Division juicier. They need to make this Open Division season juicier somehow. Other than maybe getting into Contenders and playing in the Overwatch 2, in Overwatch 2 I mean, there's no incentive, which should be enough of an incentive. But right now, people are probably thinking, if you're an aspiring pro player, why would I even play in Open Division instead of practicing as a Contenders player here, instead of practicing in the beta or whatever? Because like returning Contenders players have already been given access on both the current beta and private tournament environments. And then when Overwatch 2 is up, then just roll everybody. You know what I mean? It's weird. It is weird. And it's kind of sad as well. Anyway, back to some music. They should just put access to the current comp on beta until the new comp is done. Make the beta permanent with rolling patches and have it going until Overwatch 2 goes live. It's sussy. I don't know what they want to do. Holding a tournament on the game that is being phased out seems kind of backwards. I'm suspicious about the game integrity, as in, are people actually gonna try hard? Is there a reason to actually VOD review the perfect team comps in Overwatch 2? You know, like double shield to qualify? It's gonna be outdated, you know? It's gonna be outdated.